Welcome back to the Suburban Ford 7 Sportscape. Today's final thoughts brought to you by the three of us, because we're going to do it together. We're going to have a little bit of more of a discussion, because this recruiting stuff has got so much behind it, and you really can't just peg it down with one way. When you talk about recruiting, it's a dirty business on both sides. And, you know, John, we talked about it. There's one way to solve this, and it is?
I believe, and see if Tom agrees, of course, that sign anytime. And therefore, if you don't have a signed form from a player or the team, then you are very interested in each other. Call it what it is. All right? If you are committed, then there's the ink and it's drying. A friend of mine who coaches another Big Ten sport, not football, he said the way it's set up now, it sets up all sides for a public integrity fail, because you've got 100 guys trying to funnel down to 25 scholarships. Someone's toes are going to get stepped on.
Yeah, you can't. There's not room for everybody. When you're out throwing a widely cast net for your top recruits, if a better guy comes along, you know, and it's just verbal, both sides can kind of move away.
And they have discussed changing some of the rules. We've seen, you know, a potential early signing period in football, and I would tend to agree more with John's take on it at sign anytime, because I think an early signing period kind of lends itself for some failure on both sides. We see coaching changes happen in January now. If a kid signs before that, and the coach leaves, then he's stuck. And I think there's, you know, there's academics, we talked about those. If a kid signs early, there's some problems there as well. So I don't know that there's one fix or one rule that you can change. I think they need to go in and maybe overhaul a lot of it, because if you have an early signing period, then you need to let kids go on official visits earlier. We've had recruits tell us that they'd like to take official visits earlier to make their decision earlier. So, you know, it's such a big topic. It's something that I don't think really there's one clear rule that you can say change this and it'll fix it.
It's going to be dicey no matter what. You can make it better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Michigan is ranked 5th according to ESPN. Michigan State 19th according to ESPN. 9th in rivals for Michigan State. Every recruiting site has a little different way of how they rate things and whatnot. ESPN's obviously the best, Tommy. Of course, obviously. But look, Ohio State's in the top 5 too. So this is just, I mean, it's great theater.
When is the rest of the nation going to stamp the Big Ten East as arguably the most competitive division in college football? It's not that far off, and last year you can make a case that it was.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to come soon. I think that we're in uncharted waters where, you know, we're used to seeing Ohio State has a great season, maybe Michigan State doesn't, or there's two that have had great seasons. I think that in the future we'll probably see all three having really good seasons.
Looking forward to it. John U. Bacon, Tom VanHaaren, check them out on Twitter. Have a great day, everybody.